Aloha! This is Skye, your soulful progressive with FNN-Feminist News Network, that feminist news that's right for you. Welcome to Skye in the studio, giving you that soulful news you need. Yes, indeed. And if you haven't told a friend to like or subscribe to that feminist news, honey, you better let them know what's good to do. Now, what do I want to talk to you about today? What's going on in this brand new year? Well, something new that Feminist News will be starting. And what will we start? Get to know a sister like her. Now, who is this sister? Who are we talking about? Sister Rosetta Tharpe. All right, the grandmama of rock and roll. The grandmama of soul. All right. Now, she is the one in the 30s and 40s that got on her guitar and one of the first players of the original Les Paul and electric guitars that were out there, because back in her day, this woman that grew up and was born in 1915 in Cotton Plant, Arkansas, created what is now being used and considered by people like Chuck Berry and all them, and you might think Eddie Van. No. Sister Rosetta Tharpe came first, honey, before any man. I know that's right. And got a second revival of her career during the heyday of the blues 60s that was picked up by the British. Thank God they had brought her back. Now, we know that Sister Rosetta Tharpe lived a long and strenuous, rough life. Because it wasn't always easy for a woman, that was into gospel back during those days in the 30s to even, go over to secular music, to even cross over, but she did. She only got married twice. Now, she got her name from Thomas Thorpe, but ended up having a big, back in its day, it was like a big celebration, a big, big, big deal when she got married at a baseball stadium, and for her second marriage to Russell, what was Russell's last name? It don't matter. And she stayed married to him the longest until she died, because he was her manager, and a lot of women fell into that same game. But this is the woman that really invented rock and roll, if you want to get down to it, because she was prolific in her phrasing and her writing and her approach to the guitar. She started off gospel in the church and just took it to a whole nother level and spread it around the world. Now, we know that she died to complications, and if you didn't, let me tell you, the complications of diabetes. She had her stroke in 1970, and then they had to amputate her leg in 73, and after that she was gone, just like my grandma. She caught the diabetes, and once they offered to amputate her leg, she was gone. But she died at 58. Grandma died at 85. She put a whole lot of living in a short little life, like most musicians and stars that have traveled the world and lived a whole life in a short span of time do. Now, could she have done better? Could she have been better? She was great. No topping it off. She did better. You know what I'm saying? She had a good life. Within those 58 years, she changed the world. And the only bad thing about it is that she doesn't get the recognition she deserves. So, FNN has a new wall. And that's the wall of the feminists you need to know. And Roberta Tharpe is one of them. All right, Sister Roberta Tharpe. And if there's any song that I like from her the most, I'm going to tell you. Precious. And this is a song I like from Roberta Tharpe now. And it's gospel, but honey, it's got that beat, honey, that you know is sweet. Now, it goes. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on the promised land. I am weak, I am tired, I am worn. Through the dark, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me on. Yeah. Now, you don't have to get spiritual or religious about it, because once you hear that beat and that sound, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, this is FNN's Black Feminists You Need to Know, and Feminists You Need to Know. Alright, the new wall. And we're going to start it with the greatest of all that I am personally, she's a favorite of mine. She's a favorite of mine. Personally, I'm involved with this pick. So, it's Sister Roberta Tharpe. Oh, yeah. So, if you need to, Google her. Look her up, because she's got some good stuff. And if you like, just leave comments below and let me know at FeministNewsN at gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. And remember, I'm that Soulful Progressive one on Twitter, and got that rant of the day on Blogger. Catch out the new one, yeah. And remember, in this era of hate, you got to participate, because if you don't, there's going to be a lot of hate. So we need to get some recognition in this place. Now, if you care to subscribe, I want to thank you in advance. Mahalo for that. But remember, I am that one woman team. That one woman team. That one woman team. Yeah. So if you care to donate, that's PayPal me. Feminist News Network, yes indeed. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for learning. Peace.